Say hi, Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
All right, guys. Got a little bit of interview going on with my professional microphone. This is my friend Amanda.
Hi.
She is an influencer, fashion vlogger, or blogger, rather, right?
Yes, blogger.
Blogger with a B, not a V. In New York City. I wanted to, meet up with her. She's from my state of Michigan as well, but she's out in the Big Apple making moves.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be cool if we could sit down and just learn a little bit more about what she does as a blogger. And if anybody out there is interested in kind of getting more into that realm, hopefully she'll be able to provide some insights and tips on how she started, so you can do the same.
Okay, yeah. So I started blogging about 4 years ago, which actually Austin helped me set up my first blog.
Oh.
He did. So then from there on, I blogged a little bit through college, wasn't super serious, and then I started my blog now, Sass of Style, and I have been blogging ever since. I usually do weekly photo shoots to keep up with everything. Since I've moved to New York, it's been really amazing because I've met so many people. I get invited to tons of brand events, and I work with a lot of amazing brands in general, and it's just been an amazing opportunity. And honestly, I kind of started out doing my blog because I wanted to get into the fashion world and I wanted to learn more and everything, and it transformed into a style blog, and I am just loving it. It's my hobby. People ask me what I do in my free time. I blog in my free time. That's what I'm doing. And it's just been such an amazing experience, like also transitioning into New York, because it gives you a whole different network of people to talking to, and it's just been awesome so far.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So thanks for that intro. So if let's say I wanted to have not really much, in terms of connections or following on my social media, but just somebody out there might be interested in, fashion, and they want to break into that realm of basically getting paid and getting sent free product to be an influencer, where they're, these brands are sending her stuff and then she promotes it to her following, and it's like kind of a win-win situation. So how would someone make that first start? Like, how did you get started initially? Or what would you recommend to somebody who's just starting out?
Yeah. So I would just start out with, like, even when you're just out and about with your friends, be like, Mom, take a quick pic of me. Like,
Mom,
whatever. Let's do it. I need a Botog. Yeah. You just start taking photos, and then even reaching out to brands, especially at like a smaller level. You can reach out to smaller boutiques and different things like that. Would you be interested? And I would make content for your Instagram page, because boutiques, like, they need content. They're starving for content. So if you're just doing a product trade for that, then they're going to be into it. As long as you have great photos and a clean aesthetic, like, that's somewhere where you can start just by DMing or emailing different boutiques and stuff like that.
So what are any other tips that you might have for somebody that is looking to get into the whole blogger game?
Yeah.
Blog.
Yeah, I would just say being super active. Right now, for me, it's vlogger, YouTube is king, blogger, Instagram is king. So I feel like just really boosting your engagement on Instagram. I'm on there constantly. I'm on there daily. I'm on there for work. So it's just always engaging with your community, and commenting is very important because people want to see what you have to offer, and they want to be able to feel like they're your friend, and they want that realness and authenticness. So being as engaged as possible as you can on those platforms, and I think that will really put down the foundation for a great blog.
So if someone is trying to build out their initial following, and if you only have 10 followers, let's say, or you're starting out, you only have like less than 100 followers.
Yeah.
You said start small, reach out to smaller boutiques that they need content anyway, provide that value add that they can post on their Instagram too. But in terms of, like, you have, I think over 30,000 followers right now.
Yeah.
How did you start to, like, get some more traction initially in terms of getting that bigger base to be able to work with bigger brands to say, like, all right, let's do a paid partnership?
Right.
Get
Yeah.
to that point.
So constantly engaging with your community and following people that are within, like, your similar realm, people who have your same aesthetic, and kind of seeing also bloggers who are similar to you, seeing who they're working with and getting an idea of what brands are really into influencer marketing and which ones are not, because then you can try to find out, you know, what brands are open to this kind of thing, because some brands are very closed-minded when it comes to influencers and bloggers, and they're really missing out on some key marketing content and everything. So it's, yeah, just engaging and, you know, reaching out and seeing who would be a good fit for you.
That's smart.
Yeah.
So figuring out people out there that are kind of where you want to be, and then looking at who they're working with, who's paying them to promote their stuff, and then maybe reaching out to those brands and saying, hey, I have a similar aesthetic.
Yeah.
All right, so we were doing a little filming up here, and unfortunately my camera died. So we're gonna continue our little interview like this. So you find out who else is out there kind of doing what you want to do. You borrow from them, you know, you put your own spin on it,
Yeah.
and that's a good way to kind of go. And if you don't have much direction, it's good to see who's out there where you want to be, and then kind of imitate, and then eventually you're gonna figure out what differentiate you, and then eventually people will be doing the same thing to you. Like they'll find what you're doing and be like, oh, who's she working with?
Yeah, and
All
it
that.
builds your credibility working with different brands, because brands will ask, oh, well, like, what other brands has she worked with? And they'll be looking through your content, seeing who you've been working with. And so it's just being able to show that you've worked with brands and have successfully done campaigns with them and everything.
For sure. So with that being said, how many at a given point, how many of these companies are you working with?
Per month, I'm probably working with 5 or 6 different companies.
So almost once or twice a week.
I get a lot of mailers shipped to me. I get a lot of different clothing. Definitely around the holidays is when you do see a lot more. People are wanting to push more, and you'll also see like an oversaturation of campaigns on influencers' channels, because everyone is there for like the holiday push. So yeah, it just like depends. Sometimes it's lower, but yeah, I also like a lot of it is like events too, especially when you live in a bigger city. So I'm also doing like I get invited to quite a few events, but I usually make it to about like 3 a month. So that's like, you know,
it's a good amount.
It's a good amount on top of work and everything else. So yeah.
So with an event, do they just usually, if someone, because how it could work is someone could pay you, and then they send you their product or service, or their product, I guess, and you promote it. Sometimes it's just they send you the product comped, you know, without any financial on the back end. But then for an event, do they just like comp you cover and like, you know, hey, look, we have this and this there, or is it just more like you go there to network anyway, or what?
So I have been paid to go to some events before.
Boss.
Yeah, and then you'll post there for them, just kind of like promoting being there. Also, you'll go to events. You know, it's a party, and you meet so many other influencers, and it's like going to like hang out with your friends for a bit, because you're like, oh, are you going to this? Oh, me too. Like, I'll see you there tonight. Like,
that's sweet. So where do you think Sasa Style is gonna be? Like, where I guess, what are the next steps for you? Like, where do you wanna? What are the next things that you're kind of going after?
Yeah. So I feel like I just am wanting to continually grow. I want to increase some of my sponsored opportunities. You know, I have maybe about like 10 sponsored like opportunities a year where I'm actually being paid and everything. So, you know, and there are some smaller ones, but well paid, 10 a year, you know? So I would like to increase that and just keep moving on with that. I'd love to work with more amazing brands if you're out there.
Plug.
So yeah, I'm always just looking to work with like the next coolest brand, the best sponsored opportunity I can, and working with brands that I really love and enjoy, and I can be like, oh yeah, I got this from here, you should check it out too.
The obvious thing for a fashion blogger is to, you know, have photos of clothing, right? But you also have done other like skincare products and, you know, travel luggage and whatnot, different partnerships. Do you think that there might be things that you haven't touched yet, like maybe like electronics or something, where you could still be true to your brand and who your following is already built up, but still like kind of venture out of that, or what?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely do something once in a blue moon like that if I really loved it. Sometimes when it's so it just kind of works that way, that in fashion you get a lot of more product-based things. With other industries, you are getting more paid opportunities. So when it is tech, or it is like a beauty care line or luggage or something, there might be more opportunities for a paid arrangement, because it's the brands have more of a budget for you, and they're capable to do that. So.
Right on. Have you ever thought about like getting into the, I don't know, we just say blog versus vlog? This is more so a vlog with the video format. Have you thought about breaking more so into that outside of just the still photography influencer style, just normal what bloggers do on Instagram?
Yeah, so I have made videos in the past. I have a couple YouTube videos up.
Oh,
they're
snap.
floating around there.
Snap.
They're out there, but
link to her Instagram and her YouTube definitely going to be in the
my
bio.
YouTube, yeah. So
Definitely.
I haven't done too much there lately, but it's out there. I've done a couple like lookbooks and whatnot. I do enjoy doing those. It's a lot of fun. I am interested. I really want to get on IGTV. I keep talking it up to Austin too.
Yeah, I'm on there. Check it out. I just upload my stuff sometimes.
Yeah, I really want to get into the vertical video scene. So I'm interested in that. But yeah, I'd like to grow that potentially.
Okay. What's one last tip would you give?
Okay, one last tip. Be a fearless networker. That's what you need to be. Because when you're out and you're meeting so many people in New York, and I mean, nowadays I don't give people my number. I give them my Instagram. So it's like, so it's like you're just like constantly networking, and if people love what you're doing and they like who you are, then it's just always putting yourself out there when you can. Yeah.
Follow me right now. Follow.
No, I usually only pull that out if I've been like talking to them for like an hour and like it comes up like, like I'd love to like talk to you more or whatever. And like, here's my, like I'm never pushy about it. I don't know, I feel like I'm not very pushy in general when it comes to over promoting myself, but it's like when you get the opportunities, hey, then, do it, especially when you're at events and everything too.
I feel that. Yeah. I was like walking on the street. We were getting like dollar pizza with my brother. Yeah. And there was this guy, and he was like, "What are you doing?" Because I had my camera, and I was like, "Yo, I'm on YouTube." And he's like, "How many subscribers do you have?" And I was like, 3 million. And he's like, "Really?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "I don't have 300. I have like 230 or something." Yeah. But he followed me. So shout out to.
Perfect.
Can't remember your name, but you're a boss. Hopefully you're watching this.
Polite bystander.
Yeah. So that's true. Like, have it on your top of mind. Like, what you're doing has a lot of value. You love it. It's your passion, and if you can share that with somebody else in the right way, then heck yeah. Like, same thing with Upswing. Like, I love it. I love you guys out there, and hopefully some of these videos give you not only entertainment, but also maybe a couple nuggets to change your mindset a little bit, or make you think about something that you maybe haven't thought of. But yeah, and then if it comes up, it comes up. So it's always good to have whatever you're doing, passion. It's going to be naturally on the top of your mind too, right?
Right.
So if somebody wants to follow you on Instagram, what's your Instagram? Actually, what's your number?
I never give my number. I only give my handle. At Sass of Style, SASS of Style.
Sassy.
Yeah.
So you should definitely give her a follow on Instagram, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If somebody does have any questions, would you be willing to have them DM you, and if they want to get in the blog game a little bit? Yeah, I definitely always look at all my DMs, so if you need any advice or anything, I'm here. Hit me up. What a gal. All right, guys. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next one. Hopefully you didn't mind the random transition of it was beautiful. It's the happenings of New York, so you just have to flow with it. We flowed. All right, guys. Peace. Bye.